Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has issued a fresh warning after accusing the United States of attacking Iranian infrastructure, vowing that Washington's actions will not go unanswered. The IRGC has threatened to target U.S.-linked artificial intelligence companies and technology firms operating across the Gulf region, significantly expanding the scope of its warnings. Iran has also warned that major industrial companies with alleged links to the United States could become potential targets if the conflict continues to escalate. In a notable shift, Tehran says its potential target list now extends well beyond traditional military installations to include strategic commercial and technological assets. These threats come as the IRGC announced the launch of Waves 17 and 18 of its ongoing Operation Nasr II, describing them as retaliatory strikes against U.S.-linked targets. The IRGC claims multiple U.S. unmanned surface vessels, or USVs, were destroyed in a major fire at a military facility in Bahrain, although the claim has not been independently verified. Iran further claims that an artificial intelligence center allegedly linked to the U.S. military was destroyed during the latest wave of attacks, describing it as a key operational target. According to the IRGC, the AI hub played a role in supporting U.S. military targeting operations, though there has been no independent confirmation or official U.S. response to the claim. More than 400 U.S. troops have reportedly been wounded and 14 service members have died since the Iran conflict escalated, highlighting the growing human cost of the confrontation. According to CBS News, Iranian attacks on military installations in Jordan reportedly injured several U.S. troops stationed at the bases, raising fresh concerns over regional security. Multiple U.S. service members were reportedly wounded in the strikes, although officials say there have been no reported fatalities linked to these latest attacks. CBS News reports that at least 2 U.S. military bases in Jordan were targeted during the recent wave of Iranian attacks, though officials have released few operational details. The full extent of the injuries remains unclear, and authorities have not disclosed exactly when the reported attacks on the U.S. facilities took place. The Pentagon has not yet issued an official statement or responded to requests for comment regarding the reported Iranian strikes on the bases in Jordan. The overall U.S. military death toll connected to the broader Iran conflict has reportedly risen to 14, reflecting losses from multiple incidents across the region. One of those fatalities includes a U.S. Navy pilot who was killed earlier this month after military aircraft crashed into the Arabian Sea during operations. Officials say that more than 400 American service members have now been wounded since the conflict began, underscoring the escalating risks facing U.S. forces deployed across the Middle East. Iran says it has launched another wave of retaliatory attacks as the conflict with the United States enters its 7th straight day. Tehran claims its latest missile and drone operations have expanded across multiple Gulf countries hosting U.S. forces. Iran says its naval forces carried out a major operation in the Strait of Hormuz targeting vessels it describes as violators. The Revolutionary Guard claims 4 vessels were stopped during a combined missile and drone operation. Tehran says its retaliatory campaign has expanded beyond the Gulf into the Indian Ocean. IRGC Navy statement read, and I quote, "In the past few hours, for violating vessels, with the support of the terrorist American Army, intended to cross the Strait of Hormuz but during a combined missile and drone operation, all 4 vessels were halted in their place." The IRGC Navy firmly declares that the owners of vessels, like the leaders of some southern Gulf countries, should not fall for the deception of the unfounded support from the terrorist U.S. Army, and should heed the warnings and declarations of the IRGC Navy, unquote. Iran warned commercial shipping against cooperating with the U.S. military, saying such actions could make them targets. The U.S. military rejected Iran's claims, calling reports of attacks on oil tankers completely false. U.S. Central Command statement read, and I quote, "Claim, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, claims that 2 oil tankers have exploded in the Strait of Hormuz after hitting mines in the international waterway. Fact, like most IRGC claims, this is false," unquote. Iran says it has shot down another American MQ-9 Reaper drone during the latest phase of the conflict. According to Iranian media, the drone was intercepted over Bushehr using newly deployed air defense systems. Iran says the interception marks the first major operational success for its latest air defense network. Tehran says it targeted a U.S. drone facility in Bahrain as part of its latest retaliation. Interior Ministry of Bahrain statement read, and I quote, "The siren has been sounded. Citizens and residents are urged to remain calm and head to the nearest safe place." Unquote.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you'll have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a banking dynasty meets tides of world history, intrigue, and a dash of myth?
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.